Oh, heyo, what's going on? Looks like it's just me tonight. No, tricky. Ads is here. He just hasn't got his camera on. But shit's getting serious when I've got my trade poncho on. So every night, every Thursday night now, there will be some trade poncho action, and I actually have been sleeping, eating, breathing, shitting, everything in this poncho because the trade has not stopped this week. It's been a phenomenal week of trades. Obviously, the big news out of UTG is that we have scrapped our premium section.
Yep.
You say, well, you scrapped your premium section because you had no members. No, that's incorrect. We had like 65, 70 members that were all paying a fee, and we just said, you know what, fuck this. We're removing admin fees or any sort of fees associated with UTG whatsoever, getting everything back into the open and going back to that sort of mission that we had originally with UTG, which was to provide really great content, everything that we wanted to see when we began trading a few years ago, and a really helpful, non-judgmental environment for traders of all experience levels. And as I said, believe it or not, we actually make money when we trade. So, we're happy to no longer take any fees from UTG, and it's been phenomenal. It's great. It's a lot more interaction. It's getting in people that may not have had the capital to pay $30 a month or whatever it is. There are people out there like that. Of course, $30 is a lot of money for a lot of people. So it's been great to get in there and stimulate. We've had some phenomenal phenomenal alt trades this week. It has been a really, really good week of alt trading, and it's been a blessing to be able to share that with everyone in the Discord. So we're going to be doing Tuesday and Thursday night sessions live. I'll be sort of jumping in throughout the course of the week in the voice channels and doing some alt scans like we've done a couple of times in the last week, last Thursday and last night for a bunch of the guys, and found a number of coins that have popped overnight, which we'll get to. 3 of them. Yeah. One did 44%. The other one did 7 or 8%. The other one did 27%. And we've had about 7 or 8 successful trades, all over 10, 15, 20% this week already, and it's only Thursday, I think it is. So getting into BTC, we saw a little bit of a move on BTC overnight. On Tuesday night, in our last Inner Circle session, there was a report that came out from a study group over in the States that spoke about the highest times of volume trading. Looking at a couple of exchanges, the most notable one was Coinbase, and it was in US time, but it confirmed what myself and Az have been saying for a number of weeks or a number of months, really, that Thursday mornings, Wednesday night, Thursdays bring high volatility, which is sort of midweek action. Yeah. The report confirmed. Weekends, of course, bring lower trading action. As we know, people have lives, even the whales. And Monday mornings tend to bring a little bit of volatility. So a couple of things. We'll get into alts in just a moment. But one of the things that I mentioned to our guys today, and I've said for many, many times, is that I am very hesitant trading alts on a Thursday. I've typically taken profits on a number of my positions by Wednesday night, Thursday morning at the latest. And I will sit sideline with the exception of some setups that look very, very good. I'll take profit or I will reduce my position and look for entries on pullbacks. And sure enough, here we are again on a Thursday, a lot of alts pulling back. Now, what does that mean from my analysis with alts? When I see alts pull back like this and everything takes a little bit of a breather, I anticipate an upcoming BTC move. So whether we get that today, tomorrow, or we get some sort of scam wick, or it comes early next week, people are taking profits, and I feel that money's being shoveled into BTC. So, Ads, you and I were having a little bit of a debate a moment ago about which way we thought BTC was headed. On the 4 hour, I think we're pretty unanimous about what's going on. But what are we seeing on the 4 hour from your side, man? And then I'll share my bit afterwards.
So right now I'm seeing, Ty, that we have broken this midterm downtrend right now, which is great for BTC. But I'm really looking at the 4 hour for a couple of reasons, because the volume is still low for starters, and these pushes are quite small, to be honest. But what I'm seeing right now is we've drawn our fibs from swing high to swing low. We've got our 61.8 fib retracement right now. That's where we're sitting and have been rejected on, I think it was early this morning, Melbourne time. Alongside that, though, we're looking at some steamroller overbought level now on the 4 hour time frame, and a double top on our RSI, which is just there, quite easy to see. And that double top does coincide with these two tops here, creating a bearish divergence on this time frame. So more than likely, as I said in the Discord, and also TradingView this morning, as we posted there this morning, Ty, I do think some pullbacks, some significant or more meaningful pullbacks are in order for this, and we could probably see that at the very short term demand level at that 38 fibs, Ty.
Yeah, I definitely agree that after the sort of the you even call it a run? Like, I guess you do call it a run from like early July to where we are now from that 8.8 level. I did get in at 8.950 was my entry point. I'm still spot long at that point. I bought spot. I'm not in any leverage positions right now. And looking at the 4 hour and looking at Steamroller, our custom indicator, and the accuracy of it when it has given us these top moves, there's no denying that I feel a pullback is necessary. But I'm looking for what we do at the sort of the high 9.280s or these low 9.300s at this point. I want to see, do we hold here at this previous resistance and this 50 fib mark, or we sort of within this sort of area is where I would be kind of looking to see if we can build a position. Obviously, down as low as this demand zone, but I feel there looking at the on-balance volume and a couple of daily indicators at the moment, I feel this 9.7 level, this 9.6, this 9.7 level could be in play shortly. We can see that, despite these wicks, we are in a little bit of an uptrend now. Obviously, we're not in any sort of macro uptrend until we make a higher high here and break above. And even then, again, a higher high up here is still going to be considered a downtrend until we break that sort of 10.3 level that we wicked to whenever it was. Early June or something like that. I don't remember when the hell it was, to be honest. But I'm still quite heavily in a cash position. As I've said, the BTC that I have is for cheeky sort of long, cheeky little stink bid buys on BTC, and the rest of it is really taken up with alts at the moment. That's where most of my capital is going. So I'm interested to see what happens, potentially down around this demand zone. But again, the low 9.3s, high 9.2s is where I'm going to be taking a little bit of a look. But if we were to look at our indicators on the 4 hour, then sure, yeah, we definitely look to be headed back down. Now the daily is a little bit of a different story in my opinion. As if we look at the daily, I do feel like that's why there is a bit of room for some upside moves potentially. We know, and we've said this a bunch of times, the 50 acts is a little bit of resistance with the RSI, but I feel like there's a move to the upside in it. One thing that does concern me though for the bears scenario is if you go to your indicators ads and pop on your Ichimoku.
Standard.
Yeah, we're putting on Unimoku there, and one thing that does concern me is this. Excuse me. One thing that does concern me is that bearish Kumo twist. So we're seeing cloud resistance around this area, this supply zone that we've got, which sort of leads me to believe that we might have potentially a break above the Kumo up towards this demand zone, and then potentially a heavy rejection from that particular point. So that's kind of how I'm playing it right now. I'm not, like I said, I'm not in any leverage positions. We're sitting right in this golden pocket right now, and we've seen a number of alts that we have traded recently in the last little bit and even prior to that has this sort of consolidation between here. I'm talking about BTC now, but this consolidation between here. So we might sort of see that same little thing, and then we often see the craziness either side of that, and then we sort of come back to the medium trading range, which is this range that I've indicated here. So I think we could kind of see the same thing again, a pop up and then back to this level and headed back down again. But again, I'm happy to be proven wrong. BTC and NF USD are not my focus right now. My focus right now is
excuse me,
Corona.
Oh.
All right, let's have a look at FUSD, shall we? And please, if you have opposing opinions or you've got something that you would like to say, jump into the Discord and let us know. We're in there a lot. We're trading charts. We're trading everything with everyone. So jump in, let us know what you think, and we'd absolutely love to hear your opinion.
With FUSD, bro, so we were looking at with all the fibs on the screen, we were looking at the major and the minor Fibonacci levels. But the main star of the show was this level of supply that I really identified at this major market pivot, where we found ourselves being pushed out of the zone at $250 on ETH USD, and really further secured by our rejection here on the 24th of June at 250. So we find ourselves in the same scenario, in the same position, where we are making leaps and bounds to that supply and then getting rejected pretty much immediately on the preceding candle. So it's going to be interesting to see if this can push through and take a little bit more. Well, it will take a little bit more volume, but if we make a higher high and continue further to the upside. But if we're looking at the 4 hour time frame, Ty, we're seeing the same sort of scenario play out where we've got this double top on the RSI. We've got Steamroller saying we're overbought, giving us that sell signal there. So whether or not that's anything to go off is another thing. If we switch over to the daily like we did on Bitcoin, it really tells a little bit of a different story, like you said before, where we've got Steamroller saying that we're sort of moving up now. But it could be short-lived with this very low volume still on the daily.
Yeah, the major points for us, and again we shared this in Discord, and although I wasn't trading it, I was pretty happy with the result. You know, we said that if we broke that 231 sort of 30 mark that I've got here on my screen, 242.18 was the next target where we rejected. I've got my fibs drawn slightly different, but we had a reaction off the 23 fib for me at 235.66, and then I've got a topside target using my fibs of like 254. Is kind of where my top levels will sit. So we've come back down, and we've been very close to wicking back down, and then I'm looking at the Bitfinex chart, just slightly different than yours, but we came back down and hit 243.38 before a move back up. So I feel like, again, there's some topside moves potentially in ETH. I'll be interested to see what happens at that previous high from the 2nd of June, which was that 254. That 254 level.
Yeah.
And then if we can break out of that, there was this sort of
the broadening wedge.
Yeah, sort of this sort of move. So again, it would be healthy if we could, it would be great if we could do something like that and head back down. But this structure is looking a little bit more, I would say, consistent with what my overall thoughts of a move potentially to the upside and then a move back down. So that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. We can see here, and where ads has his demand zone, his supply zone is pretty much bang on. There's some pretty heavy rejection business going on there. And what we've got, that's exactly right. So looking left, there's been some heavy rejections from there, and that's why it leads me to think that if we popped above that, I think a move above would be short-lived. Everybody get very excited, jump into leverage positions or to buying positions, and then they just get liquidated with a pretty heavy move to the downside. And I feel that would be very similar on BTC as well. I think if we do head up, 9.7 would be exactly where I would be looking to take profits, or sort of the mid 9.6s, and just step aside and just wait to see what happens and continue being in my spot positions from that 8.950 level that I purchased BTC previously.
Interesting.
Cool. Bananas. Cool. One thing that I do want to have a look at, and this is my canary down the mine, is FBTC.
FBTC coming at ya. There it is.
FBTC, absolutely lovely move off that downtrend line that we've had drawn up for quite a long time.
Yeah,
so
it has been.
Yeah, where we sit right now, and the fact that we've broken above this supply zone is good. Is definitely good. I'm looking for maybe the fact that we've broken above this 25.992 level. Again, I'm looking at the Binance chart as well. Yeah. And that's exactly what I've got drawn, my brother. Exactly right. It's exactly what I've got. So topside target, potentially because we breached through this 61 fib level, is around that 26.741 or 723 level is where I'm anticipating things to potentially head to. Again, looking left at where we are. Some pretty serious rejection business going on around there. So if you were trading this, I would be looking, I'd certainly be looking to be cautious within this sort of level here. Don't anticipate we get right to it. And the reason why, we've been trading FBTC for this reason since back down here.
Yeah.
Is when we first shared this call. And I think that move to there, I think was 15% or something like that. And this range has just been super, super predictable. It's just been playing along through here for such a long time, since whenever that was, mid sort of June, right in that golden pocket. Hit supply zone, and I don't think we're out of the woods just yet. So I'm interested to see what the reaction is around this level, and then I will reconsider what's going on. But again, seeing FBTC strength is a very, very good thing because it helps to gauge alt strength. So looking at where we are on the daily time frame here, again, Steamroller has been very, very good to us in giving us top and bottom signals, our custom indicator. You can sort of see that we are approaching this overbought overbought air. Yeah, I don't even know what words out of my mouth. The overbought conditions right now, so that's why it leads me to believe that a break through this supply might be short-lived.
Absolutely agree with that. And I think you're on the money on there with that one, excuse me, for the
Yes.
78.6. I do think that would be the upside target for now. And it's not far away, honestly.
Yeah.
And I think it's got a little bit of steam left in it, to be honest. If we're looking at some of these indicators to gauge strength, I think these indicators in particular would have a tiny bit left of steam in the tank. And that's where I would be looking at that 78.6. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that plays out. Sorry?
Don't get greedy.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
You are in positions. And again, if we do see a heavy pullback on FBTC, I would expect a number of alts to do that. The
Yeah.
transference then over to the USD pairs, and you can start trading those against what BTC and FUSD are doing. The USD pairs will follow suit. So I'm just highlighting this area here because we've seen this a number of times. I'm going to share a couple of alt setups with you that Ads has got there that I've shared inside the Discord, and why this formation is so relevant. If you want to know more about that, we will be sharing a lot of content over the next month, all around a lot of this sort of stuff, and bringing what we've shared over in the inner circle out into the public. So check us out on YouTube and in the Discord if you want to know more about that. We post a lot. We're very, very open with our trades. So this isn't bullshit. This isn't made up. This is pretty proven sort of stuff. So let's get on to our first altcoin. And I'm not going to share too many because we have shared so many inside the Discord. So XLM, we first shared right at the middle of this parallel channel. I think we shared that at 757 sats is where we first shared this trade. Looking at this parallel channel here, and this sort of formation is like a secondary level of resistance should we hit it. And we popped straight through that. So I had cut a fair bit of my position, admittedly, here at 849 sats, waiting for a breakdown. I probably only had 20 or 30% of my position open still at 929, where I cut a little bit more. And then I cut a little bit more here at 1,000 sats. I didn't get to that 1,022 sat mark. It was just becoming too crazy at that point. And so that was something that we shared very openly inside the Discord again. And last week as well, I said, admittedly, the 4 hour was not going to be your friend, potentially around this area, but an entry would be considered because the daily time frames and the injection of volume coming into it that we share how we look for that was looking really, really promising. And in the past, XLM has had some pretty good pumps off these diagonals that we've got drawn in there, and it tends to respect parallel channels and the TA quite well. So that was a really good trade this week. So kudos to anyone that jumped on that. Just a lazy 44% in a matter of literally hours.
Craziness.
The next one that we shared this week was Atom. And this comes back to that formation that I shared on FBTC. And while it's not exactly the same formation or the same principles apply, the W formation, this descending structure, a bounce off of this diagonal trend line, the MAs, the whole shebang. So that was looking really, really good. We shared that right here at the break at 3,000 sats, or just above 3,000 sats. And yeah, 27%. So that was a pretty easy trade, that one. That was a bread and butter setup, as I said in my analysis. So looking for a pullback now, looking to see what happens around this 3.6 sat level and this 200 MA mark. And then I'll obviously be using some of the stuff that we're going to share in the next little bit to show you where you might look for consolidation zones after pumps before potentially next moves up. I am expecting more topside targets on Atom. Again, you'll have to have a look into the Discord if you want to know where that is. And lastly, as well, Algo was one that we shared that is currently playing out at the minute. Ads.
Yeah.
We're looking at. Algo. Sorry, my bad. Did we already look at Atom?
We looked at Atom just now.
Okay. Wow. See. Okay. This is how like similar the formation.
Yeah, it looks the same.
Yeah. I got confused. My bad. Yeah. So same sort of thing. This beautiful W formation. You can see the W formations are not always exactly W's, and they're not M tops, and Adam and Eve patterns are not always exactly like Adam and Eve's and cup and handles and stuff. You've got to see the same setup play out so many times to recognize it and identify it. And same thing again, I'm expecting more topside targets on Algo. We can see we're trending right above this point of control now. I am anticipating, if things go according to plan with BTC, for a move potentially up towards that 2,800 sat mark, maybe low 2,900 sat marks at this point, and a move towards that 200 MA. So a nice little boost up above that point of control. Definitely some daily volume coming into it as well, and some of our indicators down here that I won't share here, but that are giving us some signs of doing quite well. So this is where we shine. This is where I shine, particularly with the alts, and I'm sharing this every single day. So if you do want to ask questions about my setups, if you want to come in and just have a bit of a chat or ask us if there are coins that you'd like us to do some analysis on, we're happy to share all day long. Everything we do now is very, very public and open, and we've said that. And we're really looking forward to this next chapter and this next stage of the UTG life, because it's very exciting. It's sort of reinvigorated us a little bit more as well. On the Unity Trade Group website, you can see our ugly heads right at the top of the screen there, where we've shared a video. We're just doing a little bit of maintenance on the website at the moment, hence the reason why it's a little bit slow to load. But we're posting some information there about what we're doing, the big UTG announcement, how everything is free now. Everything. We're giving away everything for free, and the website will be where we share a lot of that, but as well in Discord as well. So come on over, join us, have some fun, make some sats. That's pretty much it. So if you have any comments or questions or anything, please leave your comments, your likes, invite friends over, come and ask us lots of questions, and we look forward to seeing you inside the new and improved UTG server.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a great night, guys. We will see you on Tuesday nights. So Tuesday, Thursday nights now. The Trade Poncho will be on every Tuesday and Thursday night now, where we will be doing alt scans, Bitcoin scans, F scans, trade sessions, a whole bunch of stuff. I'll be jumping on randomly during the week, as will ads, just to shoot the shit and trade with everyone. So come and join us. You're getting an ultra premium Discord for $0. So, come over and say hey. You'd be crazy nuts. So if you don't like it, then leave the server and go somewhere else. But thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Catch us later.